Welcome everyone to my channel, YouTube Sergio Calle Perez, and I'm very pleased to extend this invitation every day to subscribe to my channel if you don't yet, but also to share this transformation motivational message to all your contacts. They deserve also to receive these words of encouragement. Today is Sunday. We encourage us also to keep living and family together. Make some activities together, even spiritual or physical. Maybe to share the dinner, share the lunch, go to the park, and also to the church. This Sunday is very important for us, talking about the Transfiguration. And the Gospel said, "This is my beloved Son, listen to him." And the context of the Lord's Transfiguration today was again, we listen to the words that echo at the moment of Jesus' baptism in the Jordan. Jesus took him, Peter and James and John, and he was transfigured before them, and there appeared to them Elijah and Moses. Today is another opportunity to say that if they were talking to Jesus. And Peter said to Jesus, "Master, it is well that we are here. Let us make 3 tents. One for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." And that very moment a voice was heard, "This is my beloved Son, listen to him." This extraordinary manifestation of Jesus' divine sonship did not last long. When the apostles looked up again, they saw no one else but Jesus, who, as they were coming down the mountain, the evangelist continues, charging them to tell no one that they have been seen, until the Son of Man should have risen from the dead. That is the second Sunday lane. Together with the apostles, we hear the announcements of the resurrection. We hear it as we set out with them on the way to Jerusalem, where he will be relieved, the mystery of the Lord's passion and death. The fasting of penance of this sacred season as oriented precisely to this event, which is the key of the whole economy of salvation. The transfiguration of the Lord, which tradition claims took place in Mount Tabor, gives prominence to the person and work of God the Father, who is really an invisible presence beside his Son. This explains why the important Old Testament episode, which gives a special emphasis to the fatherhood, is used as the backdrop of the Gospel of the Transfiguration. In fact, the first reading taken from the book of Genesis recalls Abraham's sacrifice. He had a son, Isaac, born of him in his old age. He was the son who had been promised, but one day Abraham receives from God the order to offer him in sacrifice. The elderly patriarch finds himself facing to the prospect of sacrifice that for him, a father, he is certainly the greatest imaginable, and nevertheless he doesn't hesitate even for an instant. And after making the necessary preparations, set us with Isaiah for the appointing place, he builds an altar, sets the wood on it, and binding the body, takes the knife to sacrifice him. Only then is he prevented by the angel an order from high: "Don't lay your hand on the lad, or don't do anything to him. For how I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." This is something disturbing about this event in which a fathers of faith and God reach these apex. Rightly, St. Paul calls Abraham the father of all believers. The Jews and Christians religions, refer to his faith. The Quran also recognizes the figure of Abraham. The faith of the father of believers is a mirror in which the mystery of God is reflected. A mystery of a love that unites the Father and the Son. He, God, who did not spare his own Son, but giving him up for all us, will he not also give us all things with him? These words of St. Paul in the letter of the Romans bring us back to the basic theme of today's liturgy, the mystery of divine love revealed in the sacrifice of the cross. The sacrifice of Isaiah anticipates the death of Christ. The Father did not spare his own Son, but gave him up for the world's salvation. He who with Abraham's arm, when he was at a point of immolating Isaac, did not hesitate to sacrifice his own Son for our redemption. Abraham's sacrifice thus emphasized the fact that the human sacrifice must never be performed anywhere, since the only true and perfect sacrifice is the only begotten and eternal Son of the living God. Born of the Virgin Mary for us and for our salvation, Jesus voluntarily sacrificed himself once for all as a victim and the expectation for our sins, thereby obtaining total and divine salvation for us. After the sacrifice of God the Son, no further human expiation is necessary, since his sacrifice on the cross includes and surpasses all the man could offer God. Here is the heart of the Paschal mystery. From Tabor, the mountain of the Transfiguration, our Lenten journey leads us to Golgotha, the mountain of the supreme sacrifice of the one priest of the new eternal covenant. And the sacrifice is contained in the greatest power for transformation, man and history. Taking up himself all the consequences and evil and sin, Jesus will rise on the third day and emerge from this dramatic experience as the conqueror of death, hell, and Satan. Lent prepares us to participate personally in this great mystery of faith, which we celebrate in the Triduum of Christ's passion, death, and resurrection. Let us ask the Lord that we might prepare ourselves susceptible. Jesus, beloved Son of the Father, grant that we may listen to you and follow you the Calvary to the cross, to share with you in the glory of the resurrection. And this Sunday, don't forget to think in your brothers and sisters, those who are less in this world, especially the children and the elders. My prayer for all of you. Thank you for your prayers. May God bless you. Have a wonderful Sunday.